In today's video, guys, we're going to talk about a project that really gets me excited because it uses a lot of my favorite aspects of crypto investing. That is the Polkadot network, which I believe is still massively undervalued, and they have released some exciting updates that we will talk about in a minute. But also, this incorporates crypto gaming, actually enabling Web 2 crypto games to easily enter into the Web3 space by creating a toolkit to plug into game development engines like Unreal Engine and Unity, for example. One of the reasons I love layer 1 blockchains, why I love base layer protocol technology, is because they always seem to be the ones that weather the storm the best. If you would have invested into Solana or Avalanche or BNB in early days, even in today's massive market correction, you would still be up significantly, and they have tons of room for potential upside. My name is Kyle Chasse, guys. I have been in crypto for 10 years. On this channel, we go into deep dives about the best projects in the crypto space and tell you everything that you need to know in the world of blockchain. So guys, let's go a little bit deeper into what is IOONA network. So essentially, it is a layer 1 blockchain being built in the .Sama ecosystem, which is Kusama and Polkadot.
IOONA network tries to abstract the blockchain as an infrastructure. So you as a player, you don't really feel the blockchain. But what we don't want to do is abstract the markets from the players. So we abstract the blockchain as infrastructure, but we give free access to all the markets. And that's the goal. So you as a player, you just feel like in every other gaming experience. So that's IOONA network.
Your average no-coiners, your normies, hate NFTs. They think that they're just way overpriced JPEGs, and they also think that anybody who sells them or tries to integrate them are just trying to do a cash grab. So how game companies approach the traditional gaming market is going to be a strategy that they have to develop and overcome. However, it's my opinion that it's just because Web 2.0 or OG gamers just don't understand the value proposition of NFTs. It's literally like the first time I heard about JPEGs and how much money they were selling for, I also didn't understand. And it's the same response that everyone gets when they first heard about Bitcoin as well. Like, it's hard for them to grasp their attention around it. However, it will happen because it is overall a better experience. Because if you're spending a lot of money in game, you would like to be able to take that with you somewhere else. IOONA has developed some things that demonstrate the capabilities of what they're building. This is always a good example for anyone building a protocol to build an application on top of it. Even if they don't expect it to be widely used and adopted, it's more of a demonstration of what other developers can do. So they're actually building something called .mog, which is a game that is literally the purpose, just to demonstrate what you can do as a developer on top of IOONA or Bioon.
We differentiate the games into two categories: the ones that have their own token and the ones that don't want to care about all the token stuff. It involves a lot of regulatory stuff to make sure, but .mog and also New Omega, for example, they will have their own token when they launch on top of IOONA network.
And there's another game being built called New Omega, which is again like a star space, universe space battle kind of game. And this one I think is expected to be a bit more entertaining, and I'm sure they hope that there's gonna be some adoption. It is nice that not only are they building amazing underlying technology that can facilitate any type of gameplay, no matter how large it scales, this also is on the same kind of promises and delivery that Solana is doing. However, I believe this will have a lot of uptime, or should have 100% uptime, being on Polkadot versus Solana. So now let's talk about how you can get involved. So having a crowd loan for their Kusama parachain that comes up soon. If you're like me and you're holding Kusama and you're down 70, 80% from all-time high, you can participate in their crowd loan. So you let them borrow your Kusama tokens for a period of time. In exchange for that, you'll be getting their native token as a reward for staking your Kusama. And at the end of the parachain lease, for them, you will be getting your Kusama back plus everything you've earned in exchange for letting them borrow that. If you guys would like me to make a video more in depth about how Polkadot and Kusama crowd loans and parachain auctions work, let me know in the comments below. Happy to dive into that. In closing, IOONA, in my mind, is an amazing idea. I love Polkadot parachains. I think that we've seen the importance of security and actual real decentralization right? We've seen all the issues Solana has. I mean, it is mind-blowing to me that Solana still has the kind of support that it has. We've seen things like Terra and Luna have issues. We've seen other layer 1 blockchains promising to deliver things, but in order to break that trilemma, the decentralization, security, and throughput blockchain trilemma that we have, this is only something that I've seen feasible so far by the Polkadot ecosystem. That's why I'm incredibly bullish. Another thing too is cross-consensus messaging has just been rolled out on the Polkadot network, which essentially allows any type of game assets or NFTs or anything, even messages, to be delivered natively from one blockchain to another blockchain without having to use bridges that are all vulnerable and are easy to exploit. And of course, this idea of having a toolkit for your legacy game studios to be able to come into easily Web3 and have interoperability from day one is an extremely bullish idea. With that being said, guys, I still think IOONA has a lot to prove, but the team seems incredibly competent. I personally have invested into them, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can achieve in the future.